My name is Brian Gaskell. We've lived in here for many a long year. We arrived here from South Africa and we've lived here ever since. As we've grown older here and we've become a little bit disabled, we're unable to do our own housework as much as what we would like. So we actually have a company come in to do some of the housework for us. And it was during one of those times when they was doing the upstairs cleaning around in the various bedrooms and that this accident happened. And I tried to step over a broom which was just lying there, and I tripped over it, fell onto the bed, slipped off the side and fell onto the carpet. And lo and behold, it cut my knee open. I didn't even realize it at first. Being on my knee, it was pretty awkward walking about, not being able to get into the shower properly. Walking about, I couldn't get out and drive. It kind of isolated me immediately to home, and it was very inconvenient. I couldn't even sit at my desk properly because my leg had to keep it as straight as possible. I realized that even though I hadn't yet sought professional help. Joyce, my wife, was really getting quite concerned about it. She said she was worried about the way it was going because it wasn't closing. And she convinced me that we needed to see professional advice and go and phone up the clinic. If I'd have looked at it like that from outside of my own self, it would have frightened me, because I think that was a frightening wound to look at. Although I don't always feel 83, when you think that's on an 83-year-old knee that's done all that work, that's pretty frightening. And if it hadn't been for the medical science of negative dressings, I have no idea. I could even have lost a leg on that. So we did about 2 weeks of normal dressings, and it just wasn't making any rate of recovery. So she said, I think what we're going to have to do is to try a negative dressing. I didn't know such a thing as negative dressing actually existed. I was going to have to carry this thing around in my pocket. I kind of surmised what it might be, I used to be in the electrical industry, so I kind of guessed it would involve some kind of a pump to suck a vacuum on it, but I had no idea what kind of treatment that was going to be or how it was really going to help. I didn't understand that. But I tell you, it was quite phenomenal. I went twice a week to have this negative dressing changed, and would see the same consultant each time, or I did at the start anyway. And every time it was changed, it was fantastic. It had shrunk a little bit. The first few dressings were very good because it shrunk fast and started to close up. You could see it in millimeters by measuring. They measured it every time. I have to say that there was no pain involved for me, actually. I didn't feel any pain during the time of these dressings. They come off easy, no problem. Nothing sticks to your wound. It doesn't cause any extra bleeding or discomfort in any way like that. And ultimately, it just closed. It came to the point when they stopped using these dressings. And I had a simple dressing, just a dry dressing for 1 week, and then I was discharged, and I'll tell you, my knees knitted together like somebody came with 2 knitting needles. Pleasing isn't the word, it's just miraculous almost. Yeah, it was great. I'd love to say I could run, but I couldn't run before, so it doesn't matter. But I can get about, yeah. I have no problem. I drive my car, I go to the shops with my wife. We attend chapel every Sunday. We go out for meals. Oh, if anybody is told that they need a negative dressing, they must have no fear whatsoever. It's like it never happened, other than the fact that I have a little mark there.